Okay, so this weekend we're doing our final bit of training before badminton, and initially I wasn't going to vlog anything because I didn't really have anyone to. Well, basically, I went to the Gallops yesterday with him, and he did some really good work. But there's obviously I don't take anyone to the Gallops with me, so there was nothing to really see on that. But he worked really well. He had not yesterday, day before, which was Thursday. Then Friday, yesterday he had off because he'd had just worked really well in the week, and then obviously did quite a hard bit of work at the Gallops. And then I knew that this weekend we've got quite a bit on, so I've got a dressage lesson this morning with Justine. Originally didn't have anyone coming with me, I now do. Michelle's offered to come and video, so I hopefully will have some footage, which will be really good to be able to watch back that and insert here. And then tomorrow we're off to Ponderosa to do some BS, so we're doing the Discovery and the 105. And Amy is coming to help for that one. So yeah, we're 10 days out. 10 days out! I was so excited when I woke up this morning. I just had like a feeling of, oh my God, this time next week we'll be packing the lorry, cleaning the lorry, which is just going to be a mammoth job, trying to sort everything out and make that habitable for a couple of nights stay next, like the week after. Yeah, super exciting. Haven't told anyone on here, but I've obviously put it on like my social media. So we've been drawn to do Tuesday dressage, which is what I wanted, and we've also been drawn second in the running order, which again I put a request in to have early times because Finn is not great in warm-up situations. Like sometimes he can be. He's very hot and cold, but most of the time he's quite anxious when there's a lot of other horses in a small space, and it makes it for a really unenjoyable experience because he just constantly you got that feeling that he wants to just like bolt off and explode with me. So I asked for early times, hoping that then we, especially with the 100, because the 100 run before the 90s at Badminton Grassroots, it's going to be an early start, but it'll be an early finish, and hopefully we'll miss like the busyness, the hubbub of everything that's going on. So yeah, exciting times. So I have lots of clips, dressage clips, but I've only added in this one because, my God, look at that shine in the sun. Doesn't he just look fantastic? I love him. But I thought I'd just do, so basically I'm voiceovering all of the dressage stuff because Justine doesn't want her voice on the internet, which I absolutely understand. But yeah, here we're just working on keeping uphill in the frame and active, and keeping my butt in the saddle, especially in the canter work. And yeah, in the trot here, yeah, really just keeping that hind leg active. You can see he is finding this frame harder because he's not used to it, where he's like kind of his mouth every now and then does open, but the stronger he gets with it, he will find that much easier. Okay, so that was like kind of warming up. We're working on the sort of medium trots and then the active uphill frame in our canter, and really getting that collection in the canter because he can get a bit strung out. And then here we are running through the test for Badminton Grassroots 100. And luckily it is very similar to the Novice 5 test, which I ran through a couple of weeks ago at Addington. Very similar in the movements and things like that. And Justine was kind of just giving me tips as I was going through and just saying remarks and things like that. I thought this was fantastic. If we do this trot, walk, trot on the actual day like that, I'll be absolutely chuffed. And overall, I mean, Justine had like really, really positive feedback. I mean, every now and then I look at him and he could be, it's a nice frame, and I think he could be slightly rounder, and I don't mean like more bent, if that makes sense. I just slightly rounder in his frame. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, those are 15-metre circles, and now we come on to the one bit of the medium trot, and this one wasn't great. Like, I mean, it's not bad. Like, I don't work enough on my mediums. I need to work more on my collection to then enhance the mediums, really. And I don't want to make excuses, but the arena at home is quite small. I mean, if I had a big arena to work in, it would be easier.
but it's no excuse not to work on it. Anyway, this is our walk, and I think the walk looks pretty good. I always feel like we could do better, and I think I ride it a bit safe, my walks in the test. So there, I give him a bit of a nudge. She said, come on, just make him march out a little bit more. I think that did look better towards the end. This then all comes up quite quickly because you have to walk at M, then trot between M and C, and then canter between C and H. But I mean, he did beautiful transitions there. And something because the judges quite often remark about more forward in the canter, I think I've been misconstruing it for like speed, because Justine has said I need to have him way more collected, but then actually moving his legs sort of quick, not quicker, but like, yeah, I guess quicker. So like really sitting on my bum and really sort of like nudging him up into that canter rather than just letting him be quite strung out. I think, well, I know what I mean, so I'm not sure if that makes sense to anyone else. But I noticed the difference when I was riding him in that canter there to what I had been getting in tests recently. So at least I now know what I need to achieve next weekend. The week after. Like, I love this canter here. I think it's a great frame. I could just have slightly shorter reins and carry my hands slightly more. He's very good with the give and retakes. And then on this time, I felt him. As I turned, he crabbed in, and Justine remarked that wasn't 15 metres, that was more like 12. So yeah, you'll see his bum there slightly for a second. He was kind of leading with his quarters, and then we dropped to trot pretty early. So we did redo that afterwards, which I'll show after this as well. And now we're coming to the end of the test, and this is all one mark. From that trot all the way around here and all the way around to halt is one mark. Making sure he doesn't get too downhill there. And he is pretty good with halts now. His left hind was sort of sticking out, so I was just nudging him slightly just to get him to square up, which he eventually did in the end. I'm actually looking the wrong way. It was his other leg. Yeah, and lovely. So yeah, we just now came back to repeat the medium trot. So Justine said I needed to turn more with my outside rein, so that left rein, and really use my right leg coming off the circle to engage that medium. And it was better this time. So there you go. See, I've really moved his shoulders around first to straighten him up. And then, I mean, it's show a few lengthened strides, not medium trot, but still, they're going to obviously like something that's really big and flashy across the diagonal. And then we came and redid this, and you'll see there's a point where I give him a real nudge with my right leg to say, no, come on, stay straight. And he shot forward a little bit, but then we got the most amazing downward transition. So there. But then it really, there. That was just, chef's kiss. And Justine said, okay, might lose like 0.5 of a mark there, but it's better than sitting and doing nothing. So yeah, what a good boy. And then he had a little bit of a stretch off before he finished. Morning. It is Sunday, and I think it's about 10 to 6 right now. Got up 20 minutes ago. Hence why I still have a sleepy face and voice. But I thought today we're going show jumping at Ponderosa, doing the Discovery and the Meter 5 class, and we didn't need to leave till 11, but I turned them out pretty early yesterday, at about 3, because they're out at night now. So I thought, babies, all babies. So I wanted to get them in early, so Finn's got a chance to enjoy his breakfast and have a little snooze before we leave at about 11ish. So that's that, and that's what we're doing today. It's funny how our brains work, isn't it? I was just thinking about something that Justine said in my lesson yesterday. She was saying how she was like, oh, you don't seem like a particularly stressy person. And I was like, I must inwardly stress. And she's like, no, she's like, I've been, because Justine has been, she came to help me warm up at the championships when I did the prelim a couple of years ago. And she's like, oh, I've been to a competition with you. You seem pretty chilled. And then I was thinking, maybe I am. And that, like, somebody telling me that, I was like, maybe I am. And then we're going jumping today, and I was like, I feel pretty chilled about it. Like, verging on feeling good about going jumping. So it's just funny, and it really is. Like, people say that you need to tell yourself and feed yourself what you want, like what you want to exude. So yeah, just thought that was quite interesting. Hi, honey. Is your big brother gonna come in today? You want to show everyone on YouTube how good you are? Because you follow me everywhere, don't you? Good boy. Honestly, getting these two in is like a serious mission in the morning. Even more so when I'm the 2 days a week I'm in the office. Those mornings, I'm like, come on, come off in. Because Finn quite likes to just stay in the field, don't you? You do. So now we need to keep the head collar on. It is a equilibrium field safe one, guys, so nobody come at me. Bruce, but then I had this problem. So while I'm trying to get Finn with sweets and stuff, I'm literally being absolutely ransacked by the other one, because he just follows me around like by my shadow. Yeah, Finn thinks it's quite fun to play games, and he's cottoned on now. If others are still out, what I was doing was taking Bruce away and literally taking Bruce right back to the stable, because Bruce is so chilled, he just doesn't care. Do you, even though you're a baby? But Finn's now like, I know you're going to come back for me. So yeah, he just does this thing where he kind of walks up to me and then like swerves away from me. He just thinks it's a really fun game. I mean, it doesn't usually last that long, but still, when you haven't got time. I mean, this morning it was fine, but yeah, little monkey. He tends to do it when he's feeling well. Bruce, stop annoying him. Doesn't he look magnificent? Hey, honey? Yeah. Do you not want your breakfast? Oh. There we go.
Number 11 is next. This is Ellie Battle riding her own Pizza shoe. Good boy.
I haven't just got home. I mean, I've come home. I'm still wearing my show gear. Come home, and then proceeded to just start to do jobs because I really want to sit down and have dinner. But before I do that, I need to hoover, and I also need to have a shower. So I was like, right, I'm going to hoover first. So I am still literally halfway through hoovering as well. I've just done downstairs and I'm about to go upstairs, and I thought, I haven't actually signed off from today, and if I don't do it now, all my like train of thought is fresh, I will forget, and then it just won't be in the moment. So I am so pleased with how today went. And I'm really pleased with just like my mindset and my attitude towards the day as well, because I feel like I went into it very chilled. I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I knew how I was going to approach the warm-up as well. Went and walked the course, and I was actually walked the course and I went, to me, it felt like a very doable round. I mean, I have of late been walking courses and being like, it feels big, but I was like super confident. And I mean, it was a BS class, so like, if anything, they're going to build slightly on the bigger, more technical side, and they're obviously longer than like eventing courses, so it's perfect. Like I'd mentioned, I'd entered the 2 classes, and you will have only seen 1 class in there. So we jumped to the discovery, and I was the only learning. Well, there's a lot of learning to take from it, but the main learning in terms of something slightly less positive was I should have, after the second last fence where he landed disunited, I should have been really quick to trot canter to pick up the left lead. I thought about it for a second too long, and I was too close then on my approach for the last fence, so I just had to keep riding it in disunited. So we got a bit of a leap over it. I mean, he cleared it beautifully, but that's where I need to be quicker to think like, right, because I haven't taught him to do changes. Ben has said I need to do that. But I mean, one step at a time. So I should have just been quicker to be like trot canter and didn't. But I mean, he jumped beautifully. I'm just so pleased. I felt like I met, and I feel like it looks like it as well. Every one of those fences, like bang. I just had in the back of my mind, like, if you don't see it, just wait. But as long as you've got that canter and that energy, and that was why I didn't rush. The bell had gone, and I went, no, I want to get this canter. So I did a circle at the beginning, made sure I had that right canter, that I felt really comfortable. And as soon as I had any sort of turnbacks, there were a couple of quite tight turnbacks, I just made sure to really ride around the corner so that I could then sit and wait, rather than coming around the corner with no back end, like no engine behind, and then having to like chase, because that's quite often what happens. A couple of times I maybe felt like I went to my handle a little bit, but that's me being very picky. I mean, there were so many positives in that. I was just absolutely buzzing that I came out and went back to the lorry, and then a little voice in my head went, that has gone so well, leave it there, because this weekend was all about preparation and confidence ahead of badminton in 9 days now. And what's in my head, I was like, what am I going to get from doing the other class? Like, I wasn't doing it, I wasn't going to be going for the jump off, as you saw in that one before. I wasn't taking any turns or any speed. I wanted to get the really nice rhythm. So it would just be a case of just doing another round, getting more jumps under our belt. But then if we did have a slight like hesitation or something had potentially gone wrong, I've then only got 8 days to fix it and potentially feeling a bit like concerned about the lack of time of then fixing something. So that will actually be our last jump. And I was like, no, we are finishing there, because that was brilliant. I nearly swore then. So yeah. Oh, I'm just so buzzing. It's been such a great weekend. Tom hates it when I use that word, buzzing. I've said it like 5 times on this outro. Anyway, yeah. Next time I do one of these will probably be badminton. I'm not really sure how much footage I'm gonna take at badminton, because I've only got like little power packs. I don't have a fancy lorry with hookup or generators or anything like that, so I've only got my power packs. And I mean, I need to make sure I've got battery for other reasons, like emergencies. So, and also I want to be concentrated on the day and just enjoying it and stuff like that. So, yeah, I guess see you then.